everyone, hope you're all good. I feel like I've not filmed for absolutely ages. Things have been a little bit up and down, and huge thank you to those of you that have been really nice to me and supportive to me on Twitter and on my vlog channel, because it means a lot to me. But I'm really excited to kind of be back in the swing of things and glad to get on with my regular routine. So I'm really happy to be filming this today. It feels like I'm kind of chatting to an old friend that I've not seen for a long time, so hello. Today is going to be the first video in a new series that I'm going to be doing that will probably be ongoing for quite a while, and they're going to be foundation videos. I get a lot of questions about bases that, because I do use a lot of different foundations from reviewing things, and I get tons of questions on which ones last the longest, which ones would I recommend for people. I get a lot of messages asking which foundation I would recommend. You might see me wearing a foundation in a video and then you might not see it for a while, and you might think I don't like it anymore, and it's just because I'm constantly testing out new ones. I thought it'd be really good for me to do an individual video on every foundation that I own. So for each video I'm going to do an application so you can see exactly what my skin looks like without the product and then with the product, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the product. So today I'm going to do a mineral foundation review, and this is for a brand called Lolo. You might be surprised to see this because I've never liked mineral makeup ever. I'm really not a mineral makeup fan. I've tried in the past and they've worked out okay for me, but I just really prefer liquid and cream products over powder products. This is the first mineral makeup that I've actually fallen in love with, and I mentioned in a couple of my recent videos that I just haven't been feeling my skin recently. I think when you're going through a stressful time or you're going through changes in your life, sometimes it can take its toll on your skin, and you know, you're not really taking care of yourself the way you usually do and eating right and things like that. So recently I've noticed that my texture of my skin has not been that great. Foundations that I used to love are just looking horrible on me, and I think I do feel like that on a regular basis actually. I go through phases with foundations. One day they'll look good and one day they won't. But this one has been the only one that's actually made me feel nice and comfortable with my skin recently. And I first encountered Lolo a few years ago. I'm actually going back probably about 4 years, so they've been going for quite a while. They are cruelty free, 100% natural mineral makeup. I'll leave their link below if you want to kind of check them out. This foundation comes in a 10-gram pot, kind of a loose powder, and this retails for I believe $12.99, so it's quite a reasonable price. Really like the packaging. Their website's really easy to use, really clear. I went for the shade In the Buff, which I would say is a little bit darker than my skin tone. I'm actually wearing gradual tanner on my face right now, so it matches now, but it is a little bit darker than my skin tone. I probably could have gone up a shade, but you know, it's summer in the UK. I'm going on holiday on Monday, so I'm sure that this will match absolutely perfectly once I've been on holiday. It's just a little bit warm for my skin tone at the moment, but I'm still wearing it. Nobody's kind of said that I look orange or anything, so maybe they're just thinking it. It comes with a little sifter pot, and I just apply some product into the lid, and then I apply it using the Real Techniques buffing brush, which is a little bit dirty because I used it this morning. It buffs it in perfectly. I usually apply a nice moisturiser that kind of acts as a little bit of a base as well. There's a MONU moisturiser that I've been using recently as well that I really like, that acts as a bit of a base for your makeup and smooths everything out before you apply your makeup. So I've been applying that. I still use my under eye concealer as normal, which is a Benefit Erase Paste, and a little bit of Collection 2000 Last Imperfection Concealer over any blemishes or any discoloration, and then I just go ahead and apply my foundation with this, and I do it in small circular motions, so I'm just really buffing the product well into the skin. Because you're really working it into the skin, it does give a really natural finish, and it doesn't look powdery, which is a look that I absolutely hate. It doesn't cling to any dry patches, anything like that, but I do make a conscious effort when I'm using any kind of powder product to make sure that I am exfoliating my skin regularly and things like that. Today I have on the mineral foundation. I also have on the mineral bronzer, blusher and a finishing powder. Beach Babe is the blusher that I'm wearing at the moment. It's kind of a terracotta colour, which I didn't have anything else similar to, and I used a Real Techniques stippling brush to apply that, because again you can just really work this into the skin, because it's quite a warm colour. You really don't want to be overloading your skin with that. You want it to look quite natural, so this buffs it in really nicely. Bronzer I got in South Beach, and this is going to be a bronzer that's more suited to my skin when I've been on holiday. On top of that I put the Translucent Silk finishing powder, which would be really nice actually with liquid foundation. I don't think you can just use it with mineral foundation. I think it'd be really nice with liquid. And then I set the whole thing with my Skindinavia setting spray that I use every day on my regular foundations. Works really well to just freshen up your skin and make it look a little bit more dewy, but to be honest you could skip that step, because even though you've applied a finishing powder on top of a powder, it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look like you've got a lot of makeup on, which is what I really like about this. I would say the coverage of this is medium, but you can definitely build it up in any areas that you want to, but what I would probably do personally is just apply a little bit of my favourite concealer underneath, which I would do anyway with a regular foundation. So I would say medium coverage, can be built up, but very natural looking. And what I've noticed with this is it wears really well. It doesn't move around like some liquid foundations can, which is really good. Lasting power for me is quite good, just probably a little bit more than a liquid foundation. Also, when it does start to fade off a little bit, it doesn't go patchy on me, which I really like. I don't necessarily mind if a foundation doesn't last on me all day, because I do usually touch up. But if it doesn't last all day and it's fading in a patchy way, then that's what's a real no-no for me. If it fades evenly, then that's not a problem because it's just fading off. But when you're left with splotches all over your face, I don't like that look, and you definitely don't get that from this, which is really good. I think it's a really good price. I think you get quite a lot of product for your money, and it's definitely a well-formulated product. The only thing is, because you're ordering online, obviously it can be a little bit difficult to select shades, and I definitely think I could have done with a slightly lighter shade. They do offer a sampling service, so you can order some small pots and you can see which shade is right for you without committing to a big pot, which is definitely a good way to do it if you don't have kind of a high street presence. All in all, I would definitely recommend the Lily Lolo, either if you're a mineral fan or you're kind of fed up with your current foundations and you've not really tried mineral makeup but you're willing to give it a go. I definitely think it's worth the money. Really nice application, price is good, a good shade selection. Only thing is, because you've got to order online, you just have to be a little bit careful with the shades and maybe order some samples first of all, so you know that you definitely like the product and that you are getting the right shade and things like that. So that was the first of my foundation diaries. If you've got a foundation that you'd like me to do next, then leave it in the comments below and I will get on that if I own it. If not, I'll try and get a sample for you guys and give it a good go for you. Just before I go, I wanted to say a big thank you, because I've just found out today that I've been nominated for a two Cosmopolitan blog awards, one for video and one for my website. So I'm really grateful. I didn't think that I would be nominated because I didn't really push it this year or ask you guys to vote, so I'm really pleased that you voted for me, and I feel like it means a lot more because I didn't kind of ask you to vote. So it means a lot to me that you nominated me, and a big thanks to anyone that nominated my blog, because it's really booked me up today and made me feel really happy about things. So thank you very much. I will leave the link below if you want to vote for me in the video category or the website category. I would greatly appreciate it and it would mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!